And I was like, yeah, that's fine. I'll just send in my resume. It's not a big deal. And I've done that. It's interesting that you brought that up because I've done that multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
And you're right. There are other people that I know who need to check off every single box first before they apply for that. And I'm like, no, just apply for it. If they don't like you, then what harm has it done? You've just, spent however long it was to write up your resume and to craft your cover letter for that position. But it's not like worst case scenario is they'll say no to you. But best case scenario is they'll call you and say you don't work. Like in my case, it was, oh, you're not qualified at all for this job, but something else opened up and we like you enough that we want to interview you for this other position that's not even posted yet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and if you had been afraid of failure and if you had said, no, I need to be perfect at this job, you never would have gotten that.
No, because I don't think I actually qualify for any really job. I 100%. Yeah, exactly. I think that might be a conversation for another time, though. Like insecurity 101.
Oh my gosh, imposter syndrome. Hello.
Exactly. That'll be my next podcast. Imposter syndrome. So, what do you don't feel like you qualify for? We'll be here all day.
That would be the longest podcast ever. Welcome to the 18-hour podcast.
Exactly. We're just going to name things that we don't feel qualified for. And go.
Yeah.
Well, Catherine, it's been an absolute pleasure to chat with you.
Likewise.
Thank you so much. This has been fantastic. If the listeners would like to see more of what you're working on or connect with you, what is the best way they can do that?
Best way to get with me is with Twitter. My handle is CC Myers. That's MEYERS 324.
Excellent. And I will put that in the show notes as well as other things that we talked about during this episode. So thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me. This was a lot of fun.
Of course. My absolute pleasure. Thank you. Thank you for listening to another episode of the Advance Your Art podcast. If you like this episode, please go into iTunes and give us a 5-star rating. And while you're there, hit the subscribe button so that every single time I release a new episode, it will go directly to you without even thinking about it. If you're interested in hearing older episodes, please go to advanceyourart.com where you can find the catalog of everything I've done so far, as well as contact information and projects I'm working on. Thank you again, and have a great day. Awesome.
Yay!
This was great. Thank you again.
Yay! I forgot to tell my poop on arm story.
What? Was poop on arms? How?
I taught early childhood music as one of my many day jobs. And it was one of the turning points of I fucking gotta get out of here is when a child pooped on my arm.
Oh my God, that's awesome.